Have you ever thought about how we don't really know what's out there? Even with all of our technology and all the exploring that we've done, we still have so much to learn about the world around us. And sometimes the things we find are just so bizarre that even scientists can't come up with any answers. Hey everyone. Here are 6 of the most mysterious discoveries that scientists just can't explain. Number 6. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich manuscript is one of the most intriguing archaeological finds in recent history. It's a book written in a language that nobody can decipher, and it seems to contain information about plants, astronomy, and even anatomy. What makes this so weird is that the book appears to have been written in the early 15th century, yet the illustrations seem to be of plants that were only discovered centuries later. The text itself is written in a beautiful flowing script that looks almost alien-like. But perhaps the strangest thing about the book is that it was likely written by an unknown author for an unknown purpose. We have no idea why someone would have taken the time to write this book if no one was ever going to be able to read it. There are many theories about the book's origin, but none of them have been proven. Some believe that it's a hoax, while others believe that it could be the work of an unknown civilization. But until we're able to decipher its secrets, we may never know for sure. Number 5. The Antikythera Mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism is one of the oldest and most complex pieces of technology ever discovered. It's an ancient Greek device that was found in a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera. At first glance, it just looks like a rusty old gear, but it's actually an incredibly sophisticated piece of engineering. When you realize that this was created in ancient Greece around 200 BC, it becomes even more impressive. The Antikythera mechanism has been dubbed the world's first computer because it uses a series of gears and dials to calculate astronomical positions and predict eclipses. It's not clear exactly how the device works or how the Greeks were able to create such a complex piece of technology. But it's believed that it was used by astronomers and mathematicians to track the movement of the planets and stars. The discovery of the Antikythera mechanism has revolutionized our understanding of ancient Greek technology. It shows that they were far more advanced than we previously thought and capable of creating some truly amazing things. But, like many other ancient artifacts, we may never fully understand how it works or its true purpose. 4. The Face on Mars. In 2001, NASA's Mars Global Surveyor spacecraft captured an image of the Martian surface that revealed something strange. A face that looked remarkably like a human face. The face had all the features of a person, including 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. It was huge, measuring about 300 feet from nose to chin. For a while, people speculated that it could be evidence of past life on Mars. However, scientists quickly pointed out that the face was nothing more than a trick of the light. It was caused by a combination of shadows and reflections that created the illusion of a human face. Still, the discovery was one of the most exciting in Mars exploration history. It showed that even after billions of years, Mars could still hold many secrets. The face on Mars may not be a sign of intelligent life, but it's a reminder of how much we still don't understand about the universe. Who knows what other mysteries it holds? Number 3. The Wow Signal. The Wow Signal is one of the most famous unidentified phenomena ever recorded. It's a strange radio signal that was picked up by the Big Ear Radio Telescope in Ohio in 1977. The signal was only 30 seconds long, and it came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. What made the signal so remarkable was its unusual characteristics. It was only 6.1 gigahertz, which is a very specific frequency. It also had a very strong signal-to-noise ratio, meaning that it wasn't just a random burst of static. For a while, scientists were baffled by the signal and couldn't come up with a logical explanation for it. Some believed that it could be a sign of extraterrestrial intelligence trying to contact us. However, over the years, a more mundane explanation has emerged. The signal is now believed to have been caused by a human-made satellite that was malfunctioning. This theory is supported by the fact that similar signals have been picked up since the 1970s. However, despite this explanation, the wow signal remains one of the most mysterious phenomena ever recorded. It's a reminder that there are still many things in the universe that we don't understand. Number 2, the Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery is an ancient artifact that was discovered in Iraq in the 1930s. It's a collection of clay pots, copper tubes, and iron rods that resemble modern batteries. The pots are shaped like cylinders, and they contain a copper tube and a clay plug. The iron rod is inserted into the copper tube, and the whole thing is then sealed with a second layer of clay. What's so strange about the Baghdad Battery is that it looks remarkably similar to a modern battery. It's believed that the pots were filled with a vinegar-like liquid and that the iron rods acted as an anode, while the copper tubes acted as a cathode. This created a chemical reaction that generated electricity. If this is true, then the Baghdad Battery would be the earliest known example of a battery. However, there is some debate over whether it was actually used as a battery. Some believe that it was just a container for storing scrolls. However, the discovery of the Baghdad Battery has sparked interest in the ancient world's understanding of electricity. It shows that the ancients were familiar with some basic scientific principles and were able to use them to create useful objects. Whether or not it was a battery, it's an amazing artifact that gives us a glimpse into the ancient world's ingenuity. Number 1. The Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is a piece of linen cloth that is said to have been wrapped around Jesus of Nazareth's body after his crucifixion. It's one of the most controversial artifacts in history, and its authenticity has been debated for centuries. The shroud is covered in what appears to be blood, and it has an image of a man who looks remarkably like Jesus. However, there are many who claim that the shroud is nothing more than a medieval forgery. They argue that the image was painted onto the cloth using modern technology. Despite the controversy, the Shroud of Turin remains one of the most important relics in Christianity. It's believed by many to be a powerful symbol of Jesus' sacrifice and resurrection. Whether or not it's authentic, it's a fascinating piece of history that has captured the attention of millions. Do you believe in aliens? Do you think there are undiscovered civilizations living among us that we simply don't know about? Let me know your thoughts. And thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more videos like this one. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and follow for more updates. See you next time.